Well, Patrick, it's contained in one of the directives the Fire and Police Commission issued to Chief Morales last week, in part concerning the use of pepper spray and other less lethal tools. Now, to support his stance, the chief pointed to another city where those tools are no longer an option for police. For Milwaukee's chief of police, it's a simple equation.
We have a duty to keep the public safe. Not having the proper equipment or items or resources to do that makes it very difficult to keep the people safe.
The equipment and resources at risk are what the department refers to as less lethal tools, including pepper spray and rubber bullets. When the Fire and Police Commission issued a set of directives to the chief last week, it ordered the chief to explain why officers used that force during protests in the city. The commission also told the chief to help the commission change department policy to ban the use of those tools.
We have to talk about it intelligently, and we have to bring the people to the table and to discuss that using research, using intelligent conversations, and not just making decisions based on emotion.
The chief fears what he sees in Seattle, where the city council banned police from using less lethal tools. In a letter, Seattle's police chief told business owners officers have no ability to safely intercede to preserve property. She also told her own officers in an email, simply put, I cannot ask any of you to do this work limited only to your sidearm, baton, and body as tools. So will you not be able to protect protesters and businesses and property without those tools?
Not having those tools makes it very difficult to do that.
Why so?
Because to disperse a crowd where you're not really putting people, injuring people or putting people at risk, not having those tools, how are we going to engage with an unruly crowd when they come in numbers?
Derek, there is a Fire and Police Commission committee meeting tomorrow. Will this be part of the discussion?
It is on the agenda, Patrick. You're talking about the Policies and Standards Committee for the FPC. There are several items on that agenda, including use of force, as well as civil disturbance and crowd control. Just 3 of the several items, Patrick.